Welcome to another episode of Chat to Me. This program was brought to you by artistlinkupradio.net. Before we go into the juicy details, do remember to hit the notification bell and subscribe to our channel. Also remember to follow us on Instagram at DJ Empress Tashai
There
underscore
are multiple
official,
reasons why
Felicia Beckett
people
and Lady M.
can sometimes be unable to give birth. Sometimes them have blockage. Sometimes them is all kind of reasons. You understand? For whatever reason, if you don't know that you have this issue prior to getting together with somebody else, you understand? If you don't know, you can just try, and not now. And then this person can in a relationship and probably can get pregnant too. And prevent, but this, for example, you don't want it, you know in yourself that you don't want a child. And this a person I try to breed you, and you are prevent yourself from getting pregnant. Then something frustrating. You understand? And then think they can bring people. Look, this is me, man. I don't know how people not get affected by these things. I don't know how people can live with each other. Listen, if it's a situation where you can't give birth and you can't give birth, just bring it to the table from the get go.
But that's the thing, though. I disagree with that because in today's time and age, there's nothing mean that you cannot have a child. You can't. There's nothing that you can't. You can't carry it.
You're right. Because people can adopt. Like you said, you can do insemination and all these things.
Exactly. There's so much method in today's.
What about biologically speaking? When I was watching a show where I think I was seeing something like that, and this the surrogate mother, I think that's what it's called, the surrogate mother, grew attached to the child and was having difficulty letting go.
Financially, you don't. Legally, you don't have that right because you're paid to carry this child. But if you think about a mother, everything that mother felt, that's
everything that
So yes, financially and legally, because you're paid to have the child, it doesn't. But in reality, the aspect of reality, that mother does have connection to that child.
Mm-hmm. All right, listen to this, Lady M. All right, the situation now, the surrogate mother got pregnant. She was locked in a room. She got kidnapped and was locked in a room. Well, I know this is fiction here. She got kidnapped. She got kidnapped and was locked. I'm talking about the movie. She got kidnapped and was locked in a room, right? Now the mother, she basically was in the room for like weeks. So she is with child in distress, locked up, no help more than son, have some the person who lock her up trying to give her a little bit of this and a little bit of that to sustain her. But everything what she go through and everything what she feel and every emotion, everything that she grew so attached to the child, because she said she was the one who was there to protect this child. You understand? She get paid to protect the child, but no, there is an attachment with her and this kid, like really, and that is the attachment that the biological mom is missing out on.
Yes. The only difference that I think, people don't beat me. The only difference I think, and the only prevent method is just because the mom don't have sex with you personally, but it is insert in you. The growth of the baby, the development of the baby, what you eat, what you feel, it's you. It's a person that the baby is inside of. There's no changing that. But yes, legally you have to learn. If you get money to do that, you should have all fixed these emotions before you get involved in it. But at the end, the truth is, it's really hard to explain it, but I would not really sit here and say a person that bringing a baby for somebody doesn't have any emotion and any attachment to the child. That would be, to me, that's very impossible.
I personally think I'm going to be on the fence on the other side, right?
Yeah.
The person that cares for your attachments, You get what I'm trying to say? Give me my pitney and go on by your business. It don't have nothing to do with me.
No, look here, don't see, look how unfair that is, though. Look how unfair that is, because you cannot carry this child. Hold on. Here we go. Conversation I just speak now.
No, but me I pay you. No, but me I pay you all this money.
But he's doing you a favor. He's doing you a favor
if I pay you. It's not a favor if I pay you.
Yeah, but that's easier said than done.
You do the job.
As a child.
I'm paying you.
No, look at the kind of PR, so she don't have a PR and she don't drink and smoke and take crack. How about that?
That's why there's stipulations. No, that's why there's stipulations.
Think about this thing and if you're gonna talk about surrogate mother carrying the child and you don't care about how it affects her, you have to think about that too, man. You can't be one side that they are taking your body and putting it to wear and tear. Not because money gets nothing, some kind of sensitivity along the way.
Hi, Leah.
Hi.
Yes, welcome tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. You come with that story, I really want to hear it. What one?
Good night, everyone.
Good night, you darling.
It's not really like a long drawn out story. I'm a hairstylist by trade as well. So I used to work in a beauty salon before I had my own salon.
Right.
Always come in that salon, and I always admire her. And I even used her as a model at one time for different magazines that featured my work. And I watched her growth, but the lady that used to come in with her, I just noticed it was always like a little different with them, but it wasn't for me to question it. And then as she's getting older and older and older, one day she came to me and she said, I don't feel that that's my mom. But I didn't know which way to ask because it was none of my business. So after keep telling me, like she said, something is just not right. I don't think I look like my brothers and my sister. Now, come to find out after, like her mom was telling me the whole surrogate situation, I don't know what full detail of what their agreement was. But for some reason, whoever was a surrogate for her, that little girl did not feel attached.
But this is my thing, though. Wait, I'm sorry, Ali, I got a question. When she said she didn't look like her brothers and sisters, none of that lady's, hold on, Empress. None of that lady's egg was part of the transaction, I'm hoping. Unless it's a different kind of surrogate so that the man goes sleep with the woman. But if they're going to insert...
I didn't ask the full details.
Yeah.
Like, as far as if they slept with whatever. I know it was a whole surrogate situation. The lady didn't tell me as much detail, but as time go by, like what you were saying, Kanisha, like, oh, just hand over my baby or whatever. For some reason, that child just knew that she was just different, even though it was whatever their agreement was.
Yeah, but the thing, I don't think that something wrong right here, because if they used the man and woman stuff and put in a she, then she should have been attached to her family. She should look like her family.
Look like that.
Exactly.
She didn't. So she didn't feel attached. She said she didn't feel attached.
So what happened to the little girl?
She just overdosed herself because she said she didn't feel like she belonged there to that family.
Children.
You are two, Lily and I'm 5. Nadia had 1 child. And the experience that Nadia had, the experience that Nadia had was so traumatizing to her that she don't want to go through that experience anymore.
So
and I can understand that.
Talk about my first pregnancy. It was very rough. I couldn't eat for 6-7 months. I had to have a IV in my arm 24 hours. It was the roughest pregnancy. I don't think nobody has gone through that. I couldn't eat. So imagine you can't eat for 7 months. You have to have an IV that's feeding you the whole time. Right?
Mm-hmm.
After I had my son, I went back a second time, and it was the most amazing pregnancy. You know, so I would do it again. So now the reason why I say that, and the reason why Empress, hold on one second. The reason why I had my eyes open is because not because you went through that the first pregnancy doesn't mean that if you want to have another child, you're going to go through that, because I did. I went through a very hard pregnancy, but my second one was amazing. I'm ready for number 3 and 4.
I understand that, and I am a very practical person, and I know that every experiences are different, and you might have one good experience, one bad experience. Like the same thing with a relationship. You have one bad man, no mean every man coming in your life go be a bad man. So yeah, I understand the whole thing, but for each people, them deal with things differently, and that's just what it is. You understand what I'm trying to say? I went through something called preeclampsia. I had postpartum depression, and I had a lot of stuff that I deal with mentally that I don't want to go through again. And it has nothing to do with whether or not I will have another positive experience. I don't want any more kids. And even if I hadn't had those experiences, I think 1 or 2 kids would be my minimum. I'm not the type of person who enjoys the idea of having many kids.
Hi, ladies.
Hello.
How are
Hello.
Hi. You've been in the comment section, but if you say you want one more. What was your experience, okay? How was your experience? I know you have one, right?
My experience was horrible. That's why I waited this long to even consider having another child.
Well, tell me a little bit about your experience.
So I had a big belly. Big. My son was born 9.8 oz, by the way.
Yes. My God.
Yeah. Yes, 9.8 oz. So
The hell, Ken?
I push out champion.
Having the baby right now, and I'm feeling it. Jesus.
How was that for you, though? Talk about your Lord Jesus.
All right.
When you want to, which way is there when you want to go?
My head water burst at my auntie's house like 2 something in the morning. It was like after 1 to 2. Then I get to the hospital, check in, and it's like the contractions are coming. So I just sit on piss up myself one place, but do everything one place, cause I just couldn't move. And morning I come and I tell him the baby I come. First of all, I have baby at public, then I done a Jubilee. We don't know down there slack, but it is the best maternal hospital in Jamaica. No matter where you go, you spend $1 million up a UER, Natal, or Andrews, or anywhere. If there's any complications, they are taking you to Jubilee Hospital. So when my head water bus now, I go there, taxi man drop me off, I reach, the water, the pee and everything. When you be, like, the things that I've experienced there, when I see, I remember this one mother, she had fits while in labor, and they had to shut the ward down and do an emergency C-section on her. With my experience though, when the baby I come, I tell the woman, say the baby I come, she tell me, say the baby now come out of the delivery room and go lay down back. So me literally just go lay down on the bed in the delivery room and say me now get up. And she walk out of the delivery room and leave me. And the baby was coming. So the person that delivered my son was a midwife that never delivered a child for 2 years. She was walking past and she saw the crown of his head coming out.
Jesus. Yes.
So
You see,
at that time,
baby coming, you better hold the baby, because if I say 1 minute, if I feel one contraction, and I said baby coming,
Yeah.
you better be in the way.
So with that experience, like what I realized was that to you it's your first, but to them, we do this every day.
Talk to the people and you for chat to me. Me tell them nothing never do me. Yeah. Around boss, I'm here represent Empress Tashai, Glamour T, and the program. Chat to me. Come chat to me. Chat to me. Come chat to me. With Empress Tashai. Don't change the dial. Rumbas representing.